Hey there, before you hit the skip button, I want to ask you something. Are you someone who always challenged society's beliefs? You always challenge why is it that as a society we continue to suffer and struggle? We continue to trade all our time for money doing something that's not even fulfilling, that's not even in line with our purpose. And it's not even something that we're passionate about. My name is Matt Lozone, and let me tell you a bit about my story, and I hope to inspire you to discover what are the possibilities in the world that we live in today. So a few years ago in my life and in my corporate career, I got to a point of very deep depression. And what I realized at that point is that I was lost. I had walked away from my dreams. I had sold them to a corporate career that didn't bring me any sort of excitement. And at that point, I thought that I would have figured out. I thought that I would be living a life of excitement. I thought I would be waking up in the morning and being excited to tackle on the day, but as a matter of fact, I got more and more depressed the more I climbed up the corporate ladder. And one of the things that I associated happiness with was money. I always thought that, you know what, maybe when I get my next promotion, I'll be happy. When I get a six-figure income, I'll be happy. And I got all that, and I got more and more depressed. I got more and more lost. So luckily at that point, I said, you know what? There has to be a better way. I started to ask life the big questions. I asked myself the big questions to figure out why is it that I feel this way and how can I get myself out of there. Now I didn't have all the answers at that point, but what I did is I got myself surrounded with inspiration. I got myself really listening to podcast videos, reading books, and really got myself dreaming again, because at that point I had started to coast through life. And I thought that that was it. I thought that that was the way of the rest of my life. Now on this path and on this journey of self-discovery, one of the things that I've learned from Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, is that if I want to live my best life, if I want to live a life of freedom and flexibility, if I want to be able to tap into my full potential, then I have to stop trading all my time for money. I have to stop doing the exact same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Now, one of the things that he was talking about in his book was starting a business, but I thought about that. I thought of a traditional business, but I didn't want to buy myself a job. And I didn't know really what kind of business I wanted to have. Then I read The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, and that's when I learned that there are people that are running online businesses that generate passive income even when they're sleeping. And I fell in love with that idea, but I didn't know what products I wanted to sell. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any experience in marketing, in online marketing, and online entrepreneurship. And one day, luckily, I was actually on YouTube watching a video, and actually it was a video about how to find your passion. And an ad came up, and a guy from Australia was telling me how he discovered a business in education system that gave him everything that he needed in order to start his first online business. It gave him the product, it gave him the education, it gave him the community, the support, the mentorship, everything that he needed in order to become a successful digital entrepreneur. And what he had to offer was a free video series that's shot by his two mentors, which as a matter of fact are now my two mentors, that gave him everything that he needed. And that video series really changed the path of my life. That video series got me understanding what are the possibilities and really set the foundation of my business and really put me on a life-changing journey. So I'm at a point right now that I want to share the same free video series that got me started, and most importantly as well too is that I want to give back. I've learned so much on my journey. I've learned so much about myself. I grew myself out of my fears. I got myself removing all of my doubts that I had on life, everything that was holding me back. And I want to be able to share this. I want to be able to help you tap into your full potential. I want you to become the best version of yourself. I want you to experience life to the fullest. I want you to be able to live a life of freedom and flexibility so that you can live your own life on your own terms. So if this sounds like you and you're somebody who's ready right now to make some changes in your life and you want to be able to live your best life, then I'm going to include a link here on the screen. It's going to be somewhere top right for mobile, bottom left for desktop, where you can put in your name and email address. Then I'm going to share with you the same free video series that got me started, and you can check it out for yourself. And even if you watch the full video series and you feel like this is not for you, then we can part ways as friends and there will be no harm done. But with all that said, I hope to inspire you so that you can live your best life. So So with all that said, I hope to speak to you on the other side. Cheers.